because when I put up Born This Way, and it became big over time, ahead of its time, song, and the entertainment was alive, and I would put it afraid of the lashback. So I didn't have all the lights and the government hooker, the single, and I always get a lot, and it's my figure in favor. So on LG7, the lyrics are Syra First and Baba Yaga, and a picture by your bit site. So it's cold in the summertime, and I'm just happy to be alive. It's colder than harder. So, in such a way, I'm an industry in itself lied. So it's a way of saying hello to everyone and remember that it's born this way. And how would I describe this era? It's like guitar and poetry and heart and soul. And I definitely adhere to a lot of genres, and the beats are going on hard. So this through line is sonically an album in itself, and it's pretty hot. So intimist and bisschen passion. So I'm watching a lot of young designers. Ramona, for example, I mixed her psycho with the uptown dresses, and I did this a lot. It's like a porcelain doll. And I do this by chance sometimes, and as soon as I realize that I'm buying into it, I do away with it. By the way, I'm on the way too. And it's not about what the day consists of, snubbing on the dogs, and talking about the Danes. And usually I correspond with Dude Person D and review it all day long for $32 an hour. And I twiggle so good with all the info provided. I answer all of this romantically. I'm good at planning, and when I plan a date night, it's more calm, and I go at it with a single-minded precision focus and RMP. Deep Seek, and I have a whole lot on this one. So it's interesting and it takes hours. So I've really accumulated a lot of responses and songs, and I listened to as much of it as possible, and I got Billy into listening along and Tar. And the biggest risk in all of this is that it's weak in chess. It's a big risk because people think it's I'm in crazy. Ooh, I have a great song for this one. It's like an American songbook. And I'd say it's like a bit risky because a lot of people don't want me to do this. They want to do it their way. And part of the joy of being a musician is that you are a student your whole life. And if you're not a student for me, then that's kind of boring. It's an expedition, kind of like being an explorer in a way, like a Magellan, acting informed and changing your music on the spot. And it's really improvisational, and just there's so many different ways to tamper with ideas. I do it all the time, and I'm writing music as I go for it because I can hear the melody and I can hear the lyric. And the better I am at listening, the more it's cultured in a way. I'm Simonedly attracting in a lead role, and I'm trying it. And that's one song I'm never gonna start performing because if I start, there's no end to it on the horizon. And that's my vocal warm up, and I do this in my spare free time to the catch on tuna. So I'm spelling dis-ease, like V tourist, V and I don't add much to it because I make it really easy for you. And I should get better at making them harder. And there's so much singing in it, dissecting what things mean, and they're just so dead on. And I find meaning outside of the norm. Sometimes when I'm creating in this mode, there are a lot of stories in it, and I don't really, I don't. So it's on Pin Pair, and it's not so intentional. Lexine with Dizzy, and this is what the G spot is all about. I'm sure it's algae and suffix. I don't know. I feel like I made it right there. And that it's all Zimbooting. Uh, Zagooning? Yes. It's one of the most beautiful animals, creatures, pretty wild in its insulting ways.